With the four All-Stars missing multiple games, Steve Kerr is clearly taking notes from the one and only Greg Popovich. The Warriors won 67 plus games for 3 seasons straight, and they even went 73-9. However, that 73-9 season didn't end too well because they went after the 73 wins rather than resting their star players. The Warriors' best player, Steph and Curry, would deal with ankle tweaks in the first game against Houston. Then eventually he sprained his MCL that left him out for 2 weeks. Clearly he wasn't the same player that he was before that injury, and that showed in the finals. That 2016 finals loss showed how important it is to prioritize health rather than chasing a regular season record. Quinn Cook is able to shoot off the dribble from mid-range and 3-point range, and he's an efficient 3-point shooter. He can attack the paint, and also when he runs that high pick and roll, his reliable jumper makes him a dangerous guard in their offensive sets. When he plays, you can see how his floor spacing and his ability to penetrate the defense and setting up the offense is beneficial to the way the Warriors run their offense. Obviously, he's no Steph Curry, but Quinn Cook is capable of replicating his scoring and playmaking in ways that the other reserves can't. I mean, with those qualities, you'd think the Warriors would have signed them by now. However, the tough part is they had to let one player go, and they all bring something different to the team. There's a few players that are candidates for being cut from the team, and I'll start with Omri Caspi. In the offseason, the Warriors signed Caspi for 3-point shooting off their bench, but the shocking part is Caspi is only averaging 0.4 3-point attempts, less than an average of 1 3-point attempt per game. Just 2 years ago he averaged 4 3-point attempts, and this was a guy who dropped 36 points on 9 threes against the Golden State Warriors, and he even had that back and forth 3-point shootout with Steph and Curry. Unfortunately, he hasn't been the same player since. Since then, he played for 3 different teams in 1 year. Went to the Pelicans with DeMarcus Cousins, then eventually they waived him. Then he went to Minnesota. Then after that, he signed with the Warriors in a free agency. Offensively, there are times where this team suffer with him on the floor because he can be so reluctant to shoot, and he always refuses to shoot threes even when he's open. The opposing team know that, and this causing spacing problems that causes the Warriors offense to slow down, and it makes the offense stagnant at times. Despite these negative things, Caspi is one of the best cutters on the team. He moves very well off the ball, and that can be very valuable in the playoffs when the defense tightens up. Next, we have Damian Jones. He may not play much, but the Warriors picked up his player option for next season instead of Looney's. In the G League, he's averaging 15 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks, and is the future big man of this franchise. He has the size and the athleticism and the physique to be a solid starting big man, and that's possible if he's given the minutes and experience. Like Zaza Pachulia is getting up there in age, JaVale might not stay after this year, and David West is close to retirement. It just wouldn't make sense for them to cut Jones at this point. Next, we have Patrick McCaw. He is the future Iguodala of this Warriors team, and he's able to attack the paint with his quickness, and he's a solid 3-point shooter. But lately he's been struggling offensively, but eventually his shots will start falling. Consistently he does a good job on the defensive side of the ball, but with his slender frame he may not have the strength, but he makes up with it with his lateral quickness and his quick hands. He shows a lot of potential with being both a playmaker and a versatile defender. Clearly the Warriors like him, and I just don't see the Warriors cutting him just to add Quinn Cook. He got hurt in that Sacramento game earlier, and I'm really hoping for a speedy recovery. I don't know what Vince Carter was doing, but hopefully it was an accident and not intentional. Next, we have Kevon Looney, the UCLA product. Earlier in the season, he didn't get much playing time, but now he's been providing solid minutes. Looney is already in his 3rd season, and you can see his 20-pound weight loss has contributed to his game. As of late, the coaches and teammates been impressed with his play thus far, and right now he's arguably the best pick and roll defenders on the team. And he's able to switch into perimeter players or even small guards. Defensively, he's very disciplined and he knows when to go up for a block or when to stay down. Offensively, he found confidence in his mid-range shot, and come playoff time, this will be very beneficial against guys like Clint Capella and Steven Adams. Unfortunately, he'll be a free agent this summer, and he might be leaving the Warriors. Nick Young, Swaggy P, whatever you want to call him, he hasn't really played at that level the Warriors have hoped. The Warriors been looking for that bench scorer similar to a Jamal Crawford. Nick Young came into the season out of shape, and he's been getting less than 16 minutes a night while averaging 7 points a game. He's a very streaky shooter, and he has those nights where he's automatic and making everything, and then he have more nights where he just like misses everything. Like, he can be very inconsistent. Despite that, he's knocking down 39% of his threes, and I can see him having some big scoring games in the playoffs, like kinda like J.R. Smith in Game 5 of the finals last year. At this rate, I don't really see the Warriors giving up Nick Young, because his scoring is very important for a bench that lacks perimeter 3-point shooting. And to have him and Quinn Cook 3-point shooting and their shot creating with the second unit, that can be beneficial in a crucial playoff game. So I don't see the Warriors giving him up for Quinn Cook. The Warriors will need both Quinn Cook and Nick Young scoring to make up for Stephen Curry's absence in the first round. Warriors been looking for that key role player to provide offense from the bench, but they struggle in that department. The Warriors reserves are currently dead last in 3-point attempts, with about 6 total 3-point attempts for their bench. And the crazy thing is Nick Young is averaging 4 of those 3-point attempts. They are also ranked 21st in bench scoring, and with Quinn Cook showing his ability to score the basketball and being capable of creating his own offense, he's that extra playmaker that can help out Sean Livingston and Andre Iguodala, and he can be that missing piece that the Warriors been looking for a while. With that being said, I think the Warriors should cut Omri Caspi. I like him, I really do, but he just hasn't provided what the Warriors needed from him, and he can kind of be injury prone. Like I said before, Caspi usually makes the offense stagnant because he's so reluctant to shoot threes. The opposing teams know that, and it's causing spacing problems. Don't get me wrong, Caspi is a good player, and if the Warriors were to cut him, I'm sure someone else would pick him up. But at this point, I feel the Warriors should get Quinn Cook, see it being more to the second unit at this point. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Also turn on that notification bell. I am out.